If you are starting out your Rocket League mechanic journey and don't yet have bounce dribbling in your arsenal, do yourself a favor and learn them. Bounce dribbling in Rocket League has a relatively low skill floor but with extremely high skill level uses. You can learn basic bounce dribbling relatively quickly and skyrocket your rank, especially in 1v1 scenarios. The benefits of bounce dribbling are numerous, but have some clear advantages. First, if done correctly, you maintain possession in a way that is consistently threatening. During a bounce dribble, you have several options that can result in an outplay, and your opponent will have a difficult time choosing which to defend. Many times, the defender can get caught in a loop of hesitation that can make even the highest ranked players look silly. Compared to on-card dribbling, you have much better visibility, and that goes both ways. If your opponent can see you behind the ball, he can try and read your movements. While that might be a disadvantage, you can use it to fake them out. Feathering your boost or making quick cuts towards and away from the ball without committing can be severely effective. Practice paying attention to your opponent's movements while still being able to follow the ball well. If your opponent commits to any part of your bounce dribble, you almost always have an option to get it around them and score. It can be difficult to pay attention to your opponent while repositioning, and excelling at this takes some time, so don't get discouraged. Learning bounce dribbling is as easy as using the ball spawn mechanics in free play, which is great because anyone on any console has access to that thanks to Rocket League's recent updates to free play. Get the ball rolling slowly towards your car and pop it up with a soft touch. Make sure you slow down and reassess the ball's momentum after your hit. Don't try to move too quickly. Always try and stay in a position where you can commit to a shot faster than your opponent can steal the ball cleanly. The best practice is to start bounce dribbling going across the field laterally, not towards the opponent or their net. This gives you the most options for cutting the ball or hitting a power shot anywhere on target. Once you have your bounce dribble set up, take your time lining up your next hit. You want to follow the movement of the ball loosely, tapping the ball after it bounces while swinging around its new path. Don't drive directly at the ball. Giving yourself some distance to the side of the ball provides you with the opportunity to cut hard into the ball and get a power shot or continue the bounce dribble with a soft touch. Exaggerate your movements to the side while speeding up after the touch to reposition quickly. Then slow down for the soft touch. If your touches are too heavy and the ball is speeding up too quickly to maintain possession, try slowing down more before you hit the ball. You also might be hitting the ball too quickly after the bounce. If you wait a hair longer, your hitbox will force the ball more up than out, keeping its horizontal speed lower. You also might need to try and cut into the ball with the side of your car to get the bounce you're looking for. So practice power sliding into the ball from a lot of different angles to learn how it responds. You don't have a lot of time from when the ball hits the ground to getting another hit to keep your bounce dribble going, so each touch needs to be fairly precise. However, one of the benefits that bounce dribbling awards you is more time and space to choose your next move on the ball, so you might have time to make something good out of a touch you didn't expect. Once you have the basic form of starting and maintaining bounce dribbles, you can work on how to convert it to a goal. There are a lot of effective options and each one can be chosen based on your opponent's positioning. O'Khaled is the king of bounce dribbles. He is one of the best 1v1 players in the world and nobody can consistently save his bounce dribble shots. He utilizes the half volley at a world-class level. You can get a ton of power on a shot right after it bounces off the ground, which is one of the most effective bounce dribble conversions. However, a half volley is when you get a power shot on the ball before it hits the ground. One of the reasons bounce dribbling is so effective is because your opponent has very little time to react when you finally do commit on a shot. If they expect you to get a power shot off of the bounce and you go for the early half volley, their timing will be off and it's likely to soar right over their head. Both the power shot off the ground and the half volley allow you to shoot the ball to a corner of the net away from your opponent, with enough practice, of course. If you want to see high-level bounce dribbling, I encourage you to watch O'Khaled play. Johnny Boy and Fear have both hosted show matches with him against other top ones players. You can find links to their channels in the description below. Another great pro, apparently Jack, has said repeatedly that the most consistent, successful air dribble mechanic is the air dribble bump. Bounce dribbles give you a great setup to gain those same advantages, allowing you to move to a ground to air dribble or simply pop the ball into the air on target and then make a beeline towards the defender. Many times, even if you don't demo or make contact with your opponent, they are forced to maneuver around your attack and will likely miss the save. You can catch a bounce dribble into a classic on-card dribble and go for a flick, or even threaten the flick and go for a low 50-50. Each of these strategies are extremely effective in their own right. Bounce dribbling gives you access to all of them. If you can effectively convert a goal with each of these mechanics, your defender will have no idea what your next move will be, forcing him to guess. Being able to reassess your next move in between bounces is the main goal for this mechanic. At each moment, look at the state of play and decide what to do next. Whether that means to continue bounce dribbling, jumping up for a shot or air dribble, or anything your heart desires. Practicing bounce dribbling for 5 minutes every day in your warm-up is all it takes to slowly build up consistency if you don't have a lot of time on your hands. Warming up with this mechanic helps your ground control and timing with the ball, which helps to prevent warm-up game losses. You can do a lot with bounce dribbling. It doesn't take a lot of time to get started, and it's effective at all skill levels. That covers most of bounce dribbling. Once again, this tutorial is part of my Rocket League Bootcamp series. A link for that playlist will be in the description and at the end of this video if you want to check it out. If you learned anything from this tutorial, don't forget to like the video and drop a subscription. I also love hearing feedback, and comments help my content get to more players like you. Let me know down below what I can do better for next time, or tell me what you enjoyed so I can keep improving. Now go out there and bounce dribble some balls. Happy grinding!